What's good, guys? You're on the link up, and as usual, Quincy Jones here. And today, subsequent interviews, I always ended by telling you that the next set of artists will be greater than the last. Not saying they'll be greater in life. I'm just saying bigger artists we always try to reach across. And this particular set of artists you might not have expected, but trust me, one thing they can always do is make you spend the money that you might not have in your pocket. Exactly. And another thing is this is the honest truth. I've been looking forward to having this conversation for quite a while, genuinely, because their music is majority of what they do is in a particular dialect, but it is consumed by more of people even outside the dialect. It cuts across every boundary. Ladies and gentlemen, please correct me. This is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Umuobiligbo.
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 Yes,
I always mix it. I'm very sorry. Umuobiligbo.
Yeah,
Is the O silent at the end?
Umuobiligbo.
Umuobiligbo.
Yes.
So Umuobiligbo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm right. It's nice to have you guys here. You guys are super chill for the kind of music you make. You're just very relaxed. Even since you entered this building,
Yeah.
you're just super chill. But the music you make is high level, high temperature.
When it comes to yala, we did that side, but for now, we just want to
On a
chill.
Yeah. Now lie, yo. Not my interview. Reach my turn now. You say chill. Now lie. It's nice to have you guys here.
Yeah, thank you.
Where do I begin? How did you guys find each other?
We are brothers.
Blood brothers.
Yeah, same parents.
Same father, same mother.
Yeah.
So who is the older brother?
I'm the one.
Makes sense. Okay. Now, at what point you're from the same family?
Yeah.
The decision to make music would have been, I don't know, it must have been difficult. I don't know how it was for you guys. Most artists say, oh, we wanted to make music. Our parents said no. Then that's just one artist in one family. But with you guys, it's two brothers in one family. So it must have been hard. Tell me how that happened.
Our own, would I say that is kind of easy, but not that easy. Because though our grandfather was a musician,
Oh, okay.
yeah, our grandfather was a musician.
What's his name?
Chief Akunwafo Ezigbo Obiligbo. Yeah, he was a musician. Our father, our biological father, was also a musician.
Really?
Yeah.
That is easy.
Yeah, so music is our thing. It's not the only person that, at the initial time, the only person that did not support the movement was our mom. Yeah, because she was like, I wanted it to be a lawyer. I wanted it to be, you know how mothers
Yes.
used to behave now. So at the end of the day, you can't just deny the fact that music is what we are known for.
Yeah.
Our family is known for doing music.
Yeah.
We are known with music.
Is that something that, do you have kids? Do you have children?
No. I have a son.
You have a son. Do you have a child?
No.
Is that something that you would want your children to do too, or however it be, na it be?
If it happens, like if any of my kids wants to do music, I will support him or her 100%.
Yes. In any level.
Because I love music. So I can't deny them that vibe. So I will support them 100%. Yeah, but anyone they want to do, so far as what they really want to do,
Yes.
I will support them
Nice.
100%.
So when did you guys decide? Were you singing or making music separately and then came together, or was that, oh, you know what, we'll make music together? You can sing, I can sing. You can do this, I can do this. How did you guys decide the framework?
Okay, so how we started was I was the one that started the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So by then my
What was
brother,
he doing then?
he was into business.
Business, yeah.
So
My
as
Igbo
at that
brother.
time, I
Money
was the one
always,
that
bro.
started
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
So as time goes on, I was like, bro, music is our thing. Let's do this together. You can give me what you have, and I can make it happen. You know, as brothers, I
So
know
what
he
was he
has
giving you?
ideas. He has many ideas, life experience. He do
Mm.
share some of his life experience to me, and I'll use it and make out something to the
Mm.
world. And believe me, all the whole experiences that he had, that he always give me, is always what people and the world wants to hear.
Mm.
So in terms of composing
So they
song,
don't want your
composing a
own
song.
life experience.
No. I have my own
No.
life experience, but
I'm
he's my.
joking. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
I know. I got you. He's my senior brother, so
Yeah,
I respect him so much.
definitely.
Yeah. He, as a senior brother, he has more experience of life than I do.
Mm.
So with the ones that we have done, I believe that he knows so much about life. Though I know so much about life. The ones I can know, the ones I can do.
Yeah.
But for him, he
Has gone through.
always give me the knowledge that I needed. So that's it. So
Mm.
that's how we started. I was like, bro, let's do this together. Believe me, you won't regret doing this.
Yeah, it's true.
So
So how
I
did
I
you guys?
tried my possible best to convince him.
And how old were you people at that time? Or how many years was that?
It's just a period of 1 year. We started the whole thing 2011, but we took it serious 2012 when we did
That's a
our
long
first
time.
album. Yeah,
That's a
when we
long
did our
time.
first album, Ogwajoka, that
Yeah.
was a kind of local vibe.
Yeah.
Not that it's that local, but the
My brother,
sound that
what you
we
want?
gave it.
It's not local. Look
No,
how.
when I
No,
mean
it's the
local,
sound. Yeah, yeah.
the local that I'm talking about is the sound.
Sound.
Well, so
You
what
know,
genre of music was that?
um, in our own Igbo side, we call it Egwepili,
Oh, okay.
not high life.
Yes.
High life music is the kind of Osadebe and
Yes.
the rest of them. So, but
So
the
what would you
ones we
now
do,
call the one you guys make now?
I would say is a modernized Egwepili,
Yeah, modern.
Ha.
a
Now I
modernized
love everybody. Now
EOP.
every now I like we
No,
they
you
call
can
out for
give
this
it high
thing.
life because guitar, drums,
Everything.
bass is involved. So you
Everything
can
involved.
give it high life name. But to me, I can just tell you that what we are doing is Egwepili in our own
Is
Igbo
it how do you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
style.
Billy? Is it Billy?
Ekpili,
Billy,
Ekpili,
Billy.
and Egwepili is more spiritual.
Billy. What does it
Egwepili,
mean?
Egwepili means there is an instrument
Yeah.
used in olden days called Ekpili.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just a local instrument,
What
but
does it look like?
sounds so
What does
beautiful.
it look like?
It looks like a bead,
Yeah, yeah. Brown
some
bead.
kind of bead.
Oh.
Brown.
Yeah. So that's what we call Egwepili. And Egwepili is more spiritual than high
High
life.
life.
You know,
Why would you say that? Why?
even in those days, people do see Egwepili singers as, let's say, bad people that do kill people, do juju,
As
do
they used to see
rituals,
Yoruba juju music. Yes, all those kind
Yes.
all those kind of impression.
Oh.
yeah.
Believe me, we changed the whole thing. We
Ah,
changed the
shit.
game
Yeah.
because I would say that we are the first young people to do that kind of music, and
Yeah.
we did it in a way that youths, our fellow youths, can vibe to it.
Bro,
Yeah.
yes.
So we changed
Youths are
the
the ones
game.
carrying you guys on the head.
Of
It's the
course,
Yeah,
truth.
true.
It's facts.
those days you can never see a single youth playing
As
that
those,
kind of
yes,
sound,
facts.
but we
Facts.
came with a different sound and we
Yeah.
changed
So what did you
the whole
guys do
thing.
different? Do you think that is because you're you're closer to the age bracket of the youth? That's
Not
no,
just
no, sorry,
age.
scratch that
Yeah.
phrase. Do you think it's because you're an actual youth that's why the youth are digesting it, or what is it that you're doing
Okay.
that's different?
The ones that did it years back, the likes of Chief Moloko, Emeka Maduka, the likes of our grandfather too, because he is the founder of AWELE.
Yes.
Our grandfather was the founder
I
of
wish we could play.
AWELE.
I wish we could play.
So the likes of Ifeanyi Agwedu, the likes of Ozemene Nsugbe, the ones that did AWELE at their time,
The core.
they did it to the core. So they were doing it with some kind of local instruments, but we came in and we changed some kind of sounds. Those local instruments, we are still using them, but in another way.
Another way.
Now that leads me to this question, which is: all your songs, are they live productions or are they produced from? Because you get some sound where they hear. I don't know if waiting be the newest one where they use
Samples,
Ableton and all of them.
samples
Get
and parts.
those, I don't know if they have those sounds.
If you listen to our songs, you will notice that most of the things that you are hearing are played live.
No, I can tell. But bro,
Almost
you never
every
know. It's
damn
very
thing there.
important to us.
Almost every damn thing they are played live. Both the shakers, the clef, the guitar, the
Percussions.
piano, all the percussions that you hear are
Una
played
recording
live.
session go cause die.
It's not easy. It's not
Yes, now,
easy,
because
but we are doing it because it's our thing.
yeah. So where do you guys record?
We have our own studio.
Yeah.
But before we had our own studio, we normally book sections on this kind of
So
studio.
wait now. The question now is the sessions you book, all those people, bro, it's a lot of
They are
instruments in
coming
your
with
song.
They are
us.
coming,
Yeah, they
yeah.
are coming
There's a
with
lot.
us. Of
Yeah.
course.
Guitar, drums,
Of course.
there's that wooden stuff that has like two whole spaces.
You mean
Which one?
Ogene?
They knock,
Ogene?
Oh,
You mean
that
Ogene?
iron.
is that
Okay.
okay? No, no, be
Clef.
iron. You go knock something we get like foam like this.
Okay.
It gets
Pot.
something-
Udu. We
Yes,
call it
okay.
Udu. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
Udu.
Yeah, we
we
have
make
it.
use
There's
of
that
Udu.
in the no. I'm just even telling you from my own perspective of
Yeah.
consuming the music. All these instruments, they
we
are
make
human being go
we
play
make
am.
we
Yes.
make use of those instruments. All these instruments that you just mentioned, we make use of them.
If you want to record now, how many people go there inside the studio where you want to record?
Though, in terms of those local instruments, I play them myself.
What?
I play them myself. I can play Ogene, I can play clef, pot, which is Udu, shakers,
Percussions.
anything, any conga,
Yeah.
anything cultural, anything percussion. I'm good at that. But we have our guys that can that can do guitar, drums, piano. If
Bass
it's a
lines.
kind of song that needs saxophone, we have them. Like our instrumentalist, we use professional instrumentalists.
You have a band, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, full
How
band.
many people are in the band?
Our guys are almost starting in number.
Yeah, many.
It's a full band.
My brother,
full
how
band.
We
much
don't
they
do.
book you? I don't make the thing
No,
too cause.
the thing is this,
Wait
huh?
first, bro.
Oh,
Leave
yeah.
the thing. Me now, I say, oh, Umuobiligbo, I love them. This one, that one, this one, that one. I want to do one small event. Alpha, let me call it. You will now come with 13 people.
No, if you want to enjoy,
If I even want to say I want to book you now, then you now say, you're coming with your band, and I say, how many are your band? You say 13. Wait, I want to.
the thing is that once you want to book Umuobiligbo, definitely you know the sound that you wanted to hear, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And if
know
we are
that
not
you
if we are not giving it to you 100%, you won't enjoy them. You won't enjoy it. So for you to hear the sound, every damn instrument on that song is very important.
Yeah.
So we are coming with full force. We are
I
coming
like how
with
you
full
say
band.
damn every time you want to say instrument.
Yeah, so because we are not leaving any of them, we are not leaving them aside. those ones that you see as little instruments are important on our song,
Hmm.
you know. So that's make our song sound so original because we are making use of those live instruments, those local instruments. They are the real sound of Umu Obiligbo. Guitar, drums, and bass is just to give them the flavor that we
Yeah.
want. But the real sound of Umu Obiligbo is mainly on, it depends on those local instruments.
I saw on there's a fan page of yours of the band. Oh, sorry, of
Obiligbo.
Umuobiligbo. Yes, you guys were I've forgotten, but you were in an external country, right? You traveled
Yeah.
for most likely a show, and stuff. What show was that? What were you guys doing there? I understand that music is music; it cuts across. Do you understand? So, but in the grand scheme of what it is, how do you guys, or how have you gotten so big that you are desired internationally? That's really what the question is.
Um, I will tell you that our kind of thing is unique. So when you hear a unique sound, you must accept it. Even if you don't hear our language, even if you don't understand what we are saying, but the sound alone will capture you. And once you hear a good music, you know, you know. So once we travel, we are doing those songs that you might, maybe you thought that those kind of songs can't fly anywhere. We are doing it and people love it so
Yes,
much, even
definitely.
outside Nigeria,
Oh no, no, no! I'm
Yeah.
very convinced.
So I've seen I've seen a lot. That's why I believe so much on our craft. Okay. So those travel that you are seeing, we are traveling to show them that thing that they have been looking for. Because Afrobeat is everywhere. People do see artists, Afrobeat singer, Afrobeat artists, but like our kind of sound is rare. Let me say it's rare. You can't just say it
But
anyhow.
it
So,
is.
but yeah, but people do appreciate that sound because the people that are doing it now, we are not many. We're
So
just
how
few.
when you go to perform internationally, do you go with the whole 13 people?
No, 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 no. It
No.
depends. If you want
What
us
does it
to,
depend on?
yeah, if you want us to do it live, you know, we are coming with our full squad. But if you just want us to do a playback, we can also do a playback. Just with your DJ or with
It's
our
business.
DJ.
Yeah.
It's business.
Yeah.
Lovely. Now let's go back to sorry. Now I need to let you in on this.
Okay.
With me, there's a need for you to tell me about the background because the way people take the grow, they actually affect how they end up in life, either you like it or not.
True.
You're a reflection of your childhood.
Sure.
Essentially,
Sure.
that's
Sure.
the
True.
phrase,
True.
right?
True.
So tell me about your background. Are you from a wealthy background? Are you from a because people's stories will shock you, bruh. Now this same chair I did, I've heard every type of stuff in this life. I've heard the very rich that
Mm.
was broke. Yes, now because he talks anyone do music. I've
Mm.
heard the broke that found investor less than 6 months of doing music, and I've heard people that have done music for over 12 years and have to reduce their age to form their
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard everything, right? But
Yeah.
for you guys, what's the story? How was your childhood like?
Uh,
Was it
um.
easy? Was it?
Our childhood life wasn't that juicy. You know. Despite that, our father was a musician. Our grandfather also was a musician. It wasn't that sexy. I would say sexy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because as at that time, they are not making money from music.
Yes. It was passion.
People will love you. As at that time, I mean the olden days, people will
Yes.
love you. People
You're
will
not
show
lying.
you love, but the only love that they can show you is just to give you drink, appreciate you with let's say goat jam, schnapp, all those kind of
It's not
gifts.
money.
It's not money, you know. So they are not making money
Yeah.
as at that time. So um it's not like now that even if you a track can give you a lot of money
Yes,
now,
just
but
one.
as at then they're not making any money, you know. So our childhood, or let me say our upbringing, wasn't that soft.
So how was it? What's the worst? What's now? You guys are, you guys are, you're balling,
Of course,
right?
of course.
I'm not saying that I know your bank account, but from you can just people where they person where they music business which be calculate finance, right? Yeah, you're cutting across. Do you understand? You're doing very well.
Yeah.
But looking back and saying, this kind of thing, I couldn't afford this kind of thing. What was the worst situation growing up that you can remember now and say, this never again in my life would I ever experience this?
That was when we can't afford a studio section.
What year was this?
That's at 210 to
Yeah.
11 or thereabouts.
The period you started.
Yeah. Our father was the one paying for our studio sessions and even paying the
Crazy.
engineer
That's crazy.
to give us the best, you know. So that's why I so much appreciate our father, because he stood by us from day one.
My father is a man.
He's a man. I so much love him. I love him so much. You know, I will always appreciate him because let me just put it this way: God will bless him for me.
Sure.
You know, God will bless
Sure.
him for me. So the experience wasn't a nice one, bro. I must tell you, because I'm looking back on those days, I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to go
Let's
there
stop
anymore.
there.
Let's just end it here.
All right. Now I understand the need to not want to, delve in too much. Your brother did mention, he said, our father is a man. I love that phrase. Right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then even as chilled as you are, I was watching you, and there was a certain level of emotion running through your. I can feel the energy,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can feel the possible avoidance of certain information not getting out and whatever.
Yeah.
But what are certain key points of certain things that your father did that made you know or say, look, man, this man is the real ride or die? Like certain examples or certain periods. Oh, there was a time this happened and he did this. There was a time, that just, just to highlight on that.
Okay. Do you know on like as an example, on a situation whereby you called your dad, like, yeah, and you was like, Dad, this is what I want to do. This is my dream, and I really, really want to do this. And he was like, can you do this? And the answer was yes. Can you really do this? And you said yes. He said, okay, you have my support 100%, financially, physically, spiritually, and otherwise. That's how we move. Our father was a musician, but the moment we wanted to start our own, he was like, okay, I'm handing over everything to you guys. You guys are taking over from me from today. Where I've never been with this music, you guys are going there.
Yeah.
What I've never achieved in this industry, you guys must achieve it.
Yeah.
And today, I must tell you that today,
Yes, you have. You don't even need to
everything
tell me.
has manifested.
You don't need to tell me.
So that's why I said, there are some fathers that Once you tell them that this is what I want to do, I want to do this, they will be like, no, don't do this. So I've done it.
And
And
this is
there is
how
no
it came
gain
out.
here. There is nothing you can get from here. I wouldn't like any of my child to continue where I stopped. You know, all those kind of
Yes.
discouragement.
No, but they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Those fathers are not wrong.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just how that's the only thing they
Their
know.
their days now, their own
Yeah.
time. So, but in his own case, he was like, I'm giving you guys the whole support. In fact, you guys should kneel down and the moment he laid his hand on our heads and prayed for us, that's how the whole thing started. You know?
At what
Until
point when
then.
so officially you started like 2011,
Yeah.
2011, 2012.
2012, yeah.
At what point did you receive the first? I hammer on this
Breakthrough,
as
right?
well. No, not even breakthrough. It might be very little, but the check that really makes people say, you know what? Now, yeah, I die. There's always that first check. Not the first check, but the major check that says, you know what? I'm not doing anything else again. This is what I'm doing. It's either this or nothing else. When did you guys receive that first check?
That was 2015.
That's 4 years, 5 years after, 3 years after.
Of course. That was 2015.
How much was it?
Ending self.
How much was it?
How much was
The check.
the check?
Yes.
Let's say 60%.
How much was the money
The money that we are making then.
that you made that said, you know what? Nothing else will make me go anywhere.
You know,
else.
the worth
That
of money of
2015,
today and the worth of money of
of
that
that
is not
2015,
Yes,
yeah.
very
So,
different.
but that 2015, I don't have to mention the actual
yeah, because you
amount.
know
No, if you don't
we are
want
now
to,
in
it's fine.
Yeah, I don't have
2023.
to mention it. But that 2015 was when we noticed that, bro, this is what we are going to do,
Yeah.
you know, and we are making it from here, whether the
Were you
devil
making
likes it
money
or
even
not.
before 2015?
No,
No.
So una just the road, bro.
we
It's
were
a
just
lot.
doing it
It's
because
a
our
lot.
first album was 2012.
Yeah.
The second one was 2014
Yeah.
because we are giving ourselves 2
2
years,
years.
you know, 2 years to drop album.
Yes.
So our first one was 212, then second one was 214. Then that 214 album, something happened along the line,
What happened
just a little fracas.
Yeah.
between who and who? You and your
I
brother.
don't know,
No.
between the song and the marketer as
Yeah.
at that time. So we just
So what kind of marketers were you using at that time? Were you still using the old
no,
method of
no,
Alaba
as at
distribution?
that time we are using all those Alaba method, but
They do
it was on a
CDs.
kind of business, you know, CDs and
No, but now there,
so
even all the Alaba mix and everything where they happen for
yeah,
Lagos now from there now.
yeah,
The
of
address,
course.
the address, bro. Even down to the movies. Hey, what's with that address again? 150 something. Iweka.
Iweka Road
Iweka
Onitsha,
Road Onitsha. What
£3
are we
load
saying
Aba,
now?
yeah.
Yes, now like 90% of the movies are now the music.
So
You know.
as at that 214, after the album that we dropped, that 214, that we had that little issue, we left the album and we tidy another album, which that last one dropped at that 215, yeah,
215.
that was 215 July, yeah. So
So that's the first time that you
was
dropped
our
14,
breakthrough.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of 2 years that
14,
we
16.
normally
Yeah.
give.
As
Yeah.
it should be.
So that 215 album was the breakthrough.
Hmm.
So from there, everywhere you go, Umuobiligbo.
So
So
I don't even blow take
of course, no.
before our the conscience start to digest.
Yes, no. So that's how the journey is.
So at what point, cause to be honest, either you like it or not, you must have experienced it. They go box you for high life, this please remind me the genre of music that you called it again.
Let's just call it high life.
No, we are not going to call it. I want to
Because
call. I like to call my
the
things the
name,
right way.
the name that Egwebili is not popular like high life. If you
Yes,
mention Egwebili, not everybody
bro. That's the reason why you're on
will
this
know.
show on this interview.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
know.
we will make reference and say it's not that. It's okay if we call it high life according to the artist, but it's the root is Egwekbili.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
Exactly.
course. Yeah,
So now they must have boxed you as traditional music. Then there's mainstream Afrobeat.
yeah,
Do you understand what I mean? At the time,
yeah.
how were you? Was it an intentional decision to say, you know what, this thing where they do for this Afro pop, Afro beats, and whatever, I'm going to break into it, and I'm going to get into, the market. I'm going to take these people's audiences as well,
Uh,
because Pasuma not the drag stage with Whiskey.
that's
That one
true.
day,
That's
right?
true.
He
Yeah.
did, but when I don't cross complete. Yeah,
No be
so
lie.
so
No be lie.
exactly. So what is it? Was it a conscious decision? Was it?
Mm, as at 2017, we noticed something. We noticed that our kind of music is mainly for our tribe, like Igbos alone.
Yeah.
So that's when we decided to twist twist our sound a little to give it let me say we like call it Afro high life
Just
So
fusion.
to
yeah.
mix it a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that other tribes can vibe to
Wow.
it. So fast forward to 2018, we met Flavor. He called us for a show, his concert, Flavor of Africa concert. That was
When I don't blow
20.
already by that time.
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
of
Okay,
course. We,
got you.
we were very, very big in the East. Everybody
Yeah.
knows Umu Obiligbo. So he called us. That's why he called us for the show now.
Yes, that's where I
So
was going. But
yeah,
yeah, it's
because
nice that
if
you
we
said it.
are unknown artists,
Yeah,
someone like Flavor won't bother to call us now.
yeah.
So that's how we came to the show. So after the performance, how the crowd was shouting, dancing, feeling
Yeah.
what we were doing. So Flavor was marveled. That's how he said, okay, I'm doing a song with you guys. Let's just do a song.
Yeah.
So from let's just do a song, we did an EP. We did an EP. That was 2018 ending. AWELE EP.
Yeah. EP.
So that's how the AWELE song came up. So from there now, though the AWELE introduced us to some other people.
Yes, definitely, bro.
Yeah, it
Bro,
gave us a kind of
flavor. I
other
need to. Yeah,
awareness
yeah.
that we needed, because Flavor is not just an Igbo
Mm-mm.
artist. Flavor is
Mm-mm.
everywhere. So doing a song with someone like Flavor
It's
is
major.
also a credit to the brand, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how the whole mainstream stuff started. So the love and the appreciation, the acceptance that we saw on that particular project made us to do more
Yeah.
on that kind of sound. And we was like, oh, it worked. So let's move on. Let's do more. That's how we started doing it. Now, Umuobiligbo is no longer just about Igbos alone.
Definitely.
It's for
That's how I started
everybody.
the interview.
It's not just for Nigerians alone.
Yeah.
It's
It's
for
not. It's international.
the whole world. You know, when you travel, you see people that are not from Nigeria enjoying your song,
Yeah.
calling your names, singing your songs word to word without even understanding what you're saying. Bro, it's no longer about Igbos. It's no longer an Igbo thing alone.
Yeah.
It's
It's for
music.
everybody. So that's it.
But how do you still keep the roots of making sure that you speak the dialect? Because either you like it or not, you're doing a lot of positive service, right? There's a
Mm,
lot going on within that conversation. it's not a political show,
Of course.
so we no go touch on them. Or maybe we might if the spirit leads. But you're doing a lot of positive service to that effect.
Sure, sure.
You feel open mic. When I feel open mic, start to dey sing English. Do you understand? Yeah, it's not for lack of not being able to.
Of course,
It's just
of
for
course.
lack. It's just for the reason of wanting to do what you do. So why have you stuck to that?
Okay.
Still,
You know, our sound goes more on our dialect, which is Igbo. You know, if you listen to our sound, you will know that if you even if you want to speak English, don't just do a whole of English on it. There must be Igbo
Yeah.
verses.
On it, yeah. You must
You
add.
know, there must be Igbo verses, so you won't be sounding like someone else. That Igbo language or Igbo speaking, that our dialect that we are using is a kind of signature to our brand. Even on our name, Umu Obiligbo. At the
Yes.
end of it, you hear
what does
Igbo.
Umuobiligbo mean?
Umu Obiligbo means Obiligbo's children.
That our
Obiligbo
grandfather.
is our son name. So
Yeah.
our grandfather
Ah,
is Obiligbo.
so we just they call
The,
your grandpa
the
name anyhow.
yeah. No, Obiligbo is also our
Our
son
son
name.
name.
My real name is Ebuka Obiligbo.
Yeah.
His real name is
Fine.
Ifeanyi Chukwu
Obiligbo.
Obiligbo. So Obiligbo is not just a
So what does
musical
Umu mean?
name. Children,
Ah, got you,
you know.
got you,
So
got you, got you. So it's basically children of your
Obiligbo,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah, because he started the music thing
Yeah, in our
Yes,
family.
in our
definitely,
family.
definitely.
So that's how Umuobiligbo came up.
Did you ever hear a story about your grandfather's days, about being a musician and how hard it was? Did you ever?
Of
Can you
course,
share some of the
of
stories?
course, of
Maybe like
course.
one or two.
Yeah, of course. Those days, he was very, very popular. Old people that are still alive now knows Obiligbo very well. You know, the likes of
What was he called? What was he called?
Ezigbo Obiligbo,
Ezigbo Obiligbo.
Akunwafo Ezigbo Obiligbo.
Yeah.
What does
Yeah,
one for me?
Akunwafo, the wealth of
As
an indigen,
root
like
as
the wealth
in
of
rooted.
the son of the soil.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So that's it. The likes of Nnamdi Azikiwe them,
Yes.
the time of Gowon them, they are his
Played for all of
friends.
them.
Yeah, he
They're
played
his
Yeah.
for all of them.
friends.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Even
And
he
he
has
did.
some tracks that he did for them as
And
at
he's
then. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. So he has mostly those politicians then are almost his friends
Bro,
then.
these are people that signed. No, I see. There's a reason why you guys, as people, as human beings, will feel like it's okay, it's normal. But if it's tied to the history of one of the greatest nations in the world and probably the greatest nation in an entire continent,
Yeah,
and these people are the people that actually worked on fighting for independence, and this is 5 and 6 of what
yeah.
was going on at the time, it needs to be said.
Of course, of course. So that's it.
Okay, now fast forward to we never reach anywhere. Don't worry. Even after this, we will still get gist. And my gist they take.
No problem.
So
We did for you.
now 2018 was when you made the record, the EP with Flavour,
Yeah.
right? And then catapulted. Yeah, I wanted to mention this. This is very important. I'm sorry, but I'm in the music business as well, right? I converse and speak to a lot of Americans, UK people, and all of these people, whatever, featuring artists or doing whatever.
Yeah.
And when they reference Afro beats, it's not what we Nigerians think. Countless occasions have I heard that Flavour was their introduction to Afro beats.
Of
And this was
course.
not and I want Igbo man, I want Hausa man, they don't care about that. Nigeria is Nigeria. Full
Yeah.
stop. Africa is in
course,
short.
of
Africa is
course.
Africa more than Nigeria is Nigeria
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
them. You get what I mean, right? So Flavor is an international mega star. Not just I
Not
just feel
just
the need to
Igbo.
mention that first,
Yeah,
right? So having to do that EP is a huge deal,
of course.
you know.
It's a very big
So you
credit.
moved from there to 2019, 2020, 2021 to 2023.
Yeah.
For us in Lagos, I want to say it was 2020 what? 1, 2 that everywhere really scatter on your name. It's not like people were not digesting, but certain collaborations were done within that period.
Both
Do you understand?
Davido
There was
and the
Davido.
rest of
There
them.
was who else was there? You did with J1,
Patoranking,
Patoranking,
J1,
and quite a
Dibanj,
number of
and
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, and then it just really scattered everywhere. Do you understand? It made
yeah,
you a household name in this part. Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
As you progress, what really drives the decisions to make certain moves? Because, bro, me as a human being, I think count the possible barriers we una don't face to reach this point.
Yeah.
Not let alone as you guys, as artists, experiencing these things once in a while. Experiencing these things personally.
So, you mean the
Did you
obstacles?
make decisions? What decisions did you intentionally make? And those decisions, how did they come about? Say,
Decisions
okay,
about,
decisions, oh, this is my next move.
like I said before, on 2017, that's when we concluded on doing something different.
Yeah.
Because as for the East, we have
We
already conquered the
conquered
East. So
everywhere.
the plan then was, how are we going to conquer other parts of the world, or let's say other parts of
So
Nigeria?
it was conscious,
Of course,
it was discussed, it was
of
planned.
course,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course.
I love it.
So we took the risk, and it works. You know, it's not just a one day or one night stuff. We planned the whole thing and we move. That's how we came about doing it this way.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it has not been easy, but we are doing it
I
and
want to
it's
ask you
working.
this. It's a very weird question, but have you been eating the fruit of your labor?
Of course. Of course.
I don't like as you take look away.
But I said of course.
Of
Yeah,
course,
you said of course, but you look away. Baby.
No, if you look at me, you know that this guy is
Yes now,
enjoying.
yes
yes,
now.
now.
You
Yeah.
did,
You can
hundred
see it.
percent,
You can see
hundred
it. You
percent.
can see
I
it.
can see that.
Yeah.
But have you been eating the fruit of your labor since
Normally,
Yes, of
2011?
now.
course.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And I always thank God for that.
Everywhere.
I love it.
Sure.
Now, 2023. Now look, let's discuss this. The game keeps changing.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Afro beats, Afro pop. The game in general would always change,
Of
actually.
course, of course.
And within 20, I want to say 2015. Let's just put 2015 as the mark. Between 2015 and 2023, the game has changed in
A
multiple
lot. A
dimensions.
lot.
We have adopted sounds, remade those sounds, created our own. The Nigerian music scene is organized chaos
Yeah.
to a certain level. How do you stay the way you stay, and how do you plan to stay relevant, right? And what are the new
Yeah.
things you're planning to add? But let's have it. How do you?
Okay. Like our incoming album, we're doing something different.
Yeah.
Because
What are you doing?
in this industry, if you want to stay relevant, you need to be giving people something new.
New. Yeah.
Because once you are doing something, just a regular kind of, or a normal sound that
Yes.
they already know you with, uh, I don't see it. If you want to open a new door, you need a new
New
key.
bro. Let's
You
go.
know?
Is that in one of your songs? Adam.
No
Adam,
wala,
on
no
it
wala.
go.
Yeah, you
I
can hear
love
them
it.
now. So definitely I believe that this album coming soon is gonna be one of the biggest and the best album
Biggest.
out of
Talk
Africa.
to me about the album.
Don't worry, you hear it.
Talk to me when the album one drop. Is there a set time or date? Is there a date?
No date yet.
No
Oh
date
yeah,
yet,
give us
yeah.
But we
period
are
of
working.
the. Is it
Listen,
coming out in 2023?
you of course.
Yeah.
What? So let's
Latest
do 2023
November.
in quarters. November.
November, yeah, it's dropping.
It will be out.
Yeah, Legacy
That's the
is
name
the
of the
name.
album.
Yeah,
Oh, you got pick name already. Actually,
of course.
Nah,
We are
nice.
working on it.
Legacy.
So
Okay.
it's gonna be a mind-blowing album.
Massive album.
Best of the best.
Are you having?
Trust me.
Are there collaborations on the album?
We are still considering
If it should be.
collaborations. Yeah, because the name Legacy. We wanted to work on mainly on ourselves. Because it's legacy something. We want to show people what our sound is all about,
Yeah.
where our sound comes from.
Mm.
That's why the name of the album is Legacy.
What producers would you be working with?
A lot of them. We are doing our job. Don't worry, you will hear it. And you
I
will
go
like
feel 'em.
you will love them.
I go feel 'em.
Of course.
Yeah.
Believe
Alright.
me. Just
Let's go.
trust
So
me.
guys, if you don't come out in November, you know their social media handles to go and say what's up with the album. Don't do us like Rihanna.
No,
But
no,
yeah.
it's coming. It's coming.
Now, guys, if you were to advise people, you are overly experienced enough to say, you know what, this is the way I think would work best for you as an artist. If you were to advise budding artists on how they should move and grow in life, in pertaining to music, how would you advise them?
Okay. My only advice is, first of all, you need to know your lane. You need to know where you are going to. You need to go. You need to know where you are heading to. Like, I want to do this on this particular lane, and don't try to sound like anybody.
Yeah. Don't try.
Because when you sound like someone else, you can never beat that person.
Yeah, it will
You can
limit
never
you.
take over that person's
No.
shine.
Yeah.
Original is original. Imitation is imitation.
Yeah, confirm.
So my only advice is just focus on your lane, do something different, something unique. Bro, you're gonna see yourself high. So that's my only advice I have for them. And be patient. Because it's not a one day thing or 1 month thing. It's not just a one day thing. It takes time to build.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That was fantastic, man. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through.
Yeah,
Thank
bro,
you,
bro,
guys.
bro,
Look
yeah,
forward to the live session. That is my favorite part. I can't wait because these are people that deal with live music.
Yeah.
Coming down here, it has to be explosive. Let's go.
Sure.